Hey YouTubers, Rick's RC here. I said I'd post another video of the Kyosho Mad Force once I got a chance to get some runtime on it. I broke it in. The manual isn't real specific about break-in other than have that silver sleeve that comes in the carb. It says, you know, basically drive it around, don't go full throttle for more than a second. There's different ways to break in nitro engines. The way I broke this one in is I actually ran it, idled it through two tanks, just idled. And after you put two tanks through it, they tell you can put in the blue sleeve into the carb, and that's your performance sleeve. It doesn't say if you can run it without the sleeve. I'm sure you probably can. I put the performance sleeve in it, ran it around on the big paved parking lot. Did that. It works really well. As you can see, the scrapes in the body. If you hit the throttle hard on takeoff, it will go right over on its roof. The 3-speed shifts really smoothly. You can adjust the 3-speed. I thought it wasn't adjustable, but after reading through the manual, you can adjust the shift points on it. I might play with that later on down the road. It doesn't take long to scrape the body up when you're on pavement. But, you know, that's what these things are made for, to have fun with and bash around. I did actually break something. I kind of endoed it from wheel to wheel, and this shock broke right at the top. Now, the shock cap is actually separate from this piece. You unthread this and this piece pops off. Now, from what I've seen online, you can't actually buy just these pieces. You gotta kind of buy the whole shock. So I ordered two. They're obviously I just ordered them. I'm not gonna get them for a little bit. I got them off eBay from a used parts, Kyosho used parts. It says they're new, but I don't know where they get the parts from. That was kind of disappointing. Now it was cold out. It was only a couple degrees above freezing, so maybe that's why it snapped. When it snapped off, this shock actually, I just popped it back on. It popped off. Sometimes you got to put a washer, take the screw out, put a washer in there to stop them from doing that. Overall impression of the truck, it works really well. It's definitely powerful. I haven't even been holding it full throttle. It keeps right up to a Savage at about half throttle. With that 3-speed, works really well. Like I said, it shifts really smooth. I just thought I'd post a video, give a little update. It runs really rich with that silver sleeve in there. As you can see, it's got some nitro fuel on the tire. Kind of blows the fuel back on the axle here. I might have to get one of those rubber down pipes. Maybe just face the exhaust another way. Keep it from gumming up my suspension, my axle. The wheelie bar, it works. The truck's really upright when it's on the wheelie bar, like almost straight up. And then, yeah, like I said, if on takeoff, if you really hit that throttle a little too hard on takeoff, it will go right over on its roof. These are very cool bodies. As you can see, I've already scraped her up pretty good, using it on pavement, especially back here, the back. It's a really rigid, tough plastic, but scraping on pavement, it doesn't take long to scrape it up. So once I get my shocks and replace the top of this shock and fix that, I'll get some more runtime out of it. It is later in February right now. we got a warm spell, so I thought I'd at least break it in and then decide to take it out and you know, see how it performs. It handles actually fairly well, being solid axle. There's not a whole lot of travel, not near as much travel on these as there is a Savage. But there's very little body roll because it is solid axle. So it will go up on two wheels if you turn too sharp at higher speed. I didn't roll it. I was able to counter steer and stop it from going right over on its side. Motor seems to run well. It seems to hold the tune well, especially for still being broke in. The recoil seems to work well. If you pull it out too far, it will jam. You just got to kind of get something and just tap it on the side, and it'll retract back in. There's not a whole lot of cord length pulling on these, so you got to be careful. Got to be careful there. I did buy a aftermarket glow plug igniter because the one I've just seen in my my first video of this is just it's kind of awkward and bulky. You do need to put Loctite on these 17mm hubs on the nuts. They are serrated, but after breaking it in, I did do just a quick run up and down the street, and it wasn't long, and the front tire come off because that come loose. I checked the others, and they were loosened up already. So I put blue Loctite. Do not use the red Loctite because then you got to use heat to get it off, and these are plastic. You're gonna melt them. But the blue Loctite works well. You can take it back off when you need to. I probably ran 2.5 tanks through it today, and they didn't even come loose. So the blue Loctite definitely works. Once I get my new shocks and fix that, I'll get some more run time on it and let you guys know about durability. Plastics in colder weather do get brittle. Like I said, I was only maybe 3-4 degrees above freezing, so that could have been the result of that breaking. We'll see. Summer comes, I'll put it through a lot more bashing and take it to the limit and test it out and see what breaks, and let everybody know. There's not a whole lot of Kyoshos around the area where I live. Like I don't have any friends that have them or anything, so that's why I bought it, just to be different and basically see how they work and how well they work. It's a 4.1 cc nitro motor on these, where the Savage is a 4.6, but with that 3-speed, you're going to be right up alongside a Savage. Like I said, I'm still breaking it in, and it would stay right alongside a Savage 4.6, no problem at all. Not even at full throttle. So that's very impressive. The tires are a little bit wider than Savage tires. The wheelbase is the same. The tires are a little bit taller as well. So yeah, like I said, I'll get another video up, and maybe further down the road, depending on how the weather is up here and how long it takes me to get those shocks. I think it said early March I should have them, and we'll see how it goes from there. Thanks for watching.